Beautiful. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am settling in. Hi, everybody on the YouTube. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm going to start shuffling the cards right away. I'm live also. Actually, I'm going to start burning. Shout out to Odia. Today is her day. The Yoruban goddess of storms and winds and death and rebirth and transformation. I love that. Bless. We are live on YouTube, and that's where this moment is going to go down. Hi, everybody watching on Instagram. Do click the link in my bio and come and join on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a February energetic forecast moment. We're going to talk a little bit about the elements at play right now, the energies that are at play, and how we can utilize them at this time. And I have some really great notes and insights that I'm looking forward to sharing. Hi, everybody. Fantastic. Watching on YouTube as we speak. So good. So if you're still on Instagram, click the link in my bio and find me on YouTube, because after the introduction, we are going to, Ashley, look what I'm burning. This is the lavender. This is that lavender that you gave me. I love it. This lavender means so much. So yes, come and join on YouTube. We're going to really start here in a few minutes. So go get yourself a glass of water and take a few sips and just invite clarity into your mind, into your body, and just give yourself a few moments to just be here. We are on a very auspicious day. This is February 2nd, 2022. And there's so much power in numbers and in sequential numbers. And this is just a really powerful time. This is a very foundational time. And so much of what we decide now is going to be what's carried forward. So, think about, hey, everybody on YouTube, if you're still watching on Instagram, we're going to be logging off here on Instagram and only on YouTube. So you're going to want to click the link in my bio and come and join us. The introduction is only going to be here on Instagram. So do make sure that you come on over and join us. So as I just begin lighting up some fresh lavender here, lighting up some sage, and just coming into this moment, I like to create these spaces for the pause. So many times we avoid the pause. So many times we avoid doing the introspective work, because it can be very easy to avoid ourselves. It can be very easy to avoid our passions. It can be very easy to avoid. There's so many distractions in the world. And so I create these spaces online so that way we can have these decided moments to pause. And I love to lead you through them. So be open right now. And like I said, get some water, bring in some of those elements into your life right now. Drinking some water, you've got the water element. Taking a few breaths, you're bringing air. Crack open the window. If you are home right now, or if you're in the car, crack open the window. Allow that air element to caress your face, to fill your lungs. If you're somewhere near nature, you can even just stare out the window and look at a tree. These are all ways to bring ourselves into ritual and to bring ourselves into the moment, is to connect with the elements. So let's do that. I've got lots of pups running around, so you will see that. And yeah, we're about to log off of Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, you're going to want to come over to the YouTube side of things. And at the end, whoever is here on the YouTube side, of up to 9 people, because Oya's number is 9, I will pull a card for you. I will pull a goddess card for you. So those who are going to watch on YouTube, if you're here at the end of the reading, up to 9 people, I will pull a card for you. Yes. Beautiful. Yes. I'm so glad. Somebody said I really needed this. This is what we're here for. I love it. I have been avoiding my passions. We do this. We do this. And why do we avoid our passions? We avoid them because we've been taught that our passions are taboo. How dare you want what you desire? And part of that is because so many of us have had to survive. So the feeling, the instinct, the genetic passing on was survive. Thriving and doing what you want to do wasn't really an option. Surviving was the way. And so, in honoring our ancestors and honoring our parents and our journey, we have to now allow ourselves to be passion driven, because I have written down here, our passions equal our purpose. Our passions equal our purpose. And that's the beautiful thing. Think about this. To procreate, to make a seed, there has to be passion, whether it's healthy passion or not healthy. There has to be a spark and a meeting and an energy to create a human. Creation energy, it requires passion of some kind. It requires to be driven by a fire inside. I love it. If you're watching on YouTube, on Instagram, get your booty over to the YouTube and come and join us here. Come and join us here. We're going to get into it right now. We're going to get into it right now. Beautiful. Take a few breaths right now, in through the nose and out of the mouth, making a nice and steamy. And as you find your breath, that's the first step. Just find your breath. It's not about trying to breathe so deep. It's not about trying to exhale so deeply. It's about finding your breath wherever it is, and then sipping in a little bit more, letting go a little bit more. Be willing to receive a little bit more, and then being open to letting go a little bit more. Beautiful. Everybody watching on Instagram, click the link in my bio. We are heading over there for the card reading, oracle divination, and all that good stuff. So I talk to you later, Instagram. Yes. Everybody that is here right now, take your breaths, continue with your breath. You don't need me to continue with your breath. This is where you can start to activate yourself. This is where you begin to activate. So go into your breath. Go into your breath. And I'm just sharing this on Instagram. Beautiful. I love that we're here. Beauty, beauty. This is Taina Oshun over here. She's making her debut. I love that. As you take your breaths, okay, I have some messages for you that I want to share even before we get into the cards, okay? So as you're breathing, take in what it is that I'm saying, absorb what is for you, and breathe out what is not, and be open to whatever other messages may come your way or feelings that may arise at this time. Okay. So this is part of being an alchemist, a magician, a transformative being, is being able to take in, transmute or process, and then let go. Okay. So let's find our breath. Let's find our breath. We're going to find a little sound here with the singing bowls. The first message that I want to share with you is to be ready for what's coming. And what's coming is newness. What's coming is newness. There's going to be a lot of things opening up now for us with the planets, all of these things that we don't need to get into now. But there's a lot of opening up that's going to be going down. All the planets are basically going to be direct. We're going to have forward movements now from February 4th all the way until May 10th. So in this time frame, this is the time where you put things into action, where you allow yourself to take those leaps of faith, where you allow yourselves to step out. Things are going to speed up now in a really great way. So where you may have been feeling a lot of roadblocks, or you've had to wait for certain things, you're going to notice that things are going to start to open up for you. Right now is a really powerful time for community. There's going to be a really strong desire to mingle. And what this is going to create is, it's going to create the energy for a new life. So don't be afraid of having new community members. Don't be afraid of letting people into your circle. Don't be afraid of supporting others in new ways. New people, new community, and they're going to be aligned with where you are right now. So be open to that. Don't have fear in letting people in. We are in the element of air, Aquarius. We are on Oja's day today. Okay, the element of air. This is all about our intuition. This is all about setting ourselves free and knowing that our mind is so powerful when it comes to how we set ourselves free and how we liberate ourselves. You have the power to liberate yourself. You have the power to liberate yourself, and it does begin in the mind. So watch where your mind goes when you decide to contract, when you decide not to flow and you want to hold back and be afraid and go under the covers. Just observe what's coming up for you, what's triggering that, and breathe it out. Use your breath to breathe out the old ways of thinking, to breathe out the old confines that you put yourself in. Every time that you start to feel yourself feeling a little trapped by your thoughts, by even your actions, your worries, go to your breath. Utilize the element of air. Also, going forward, you're going to notice that there's an increase of energy in your body, increase of energy around you. Do your best to support that. So when we feel high energy, or the planets and the movements are showing us that there is going to be higher energy available to us, the best thing that we can do is modify how we're eating, what we're drinking, being really smart about how we nourish ourselves. So that way we can take that cosmic kick that's coming down and amplify it with the earthly elements, such as teas, eating foods from the ground, making soups, making things that comfort you, that that also leave clarity for the mind. So if we want to increase our intuition, we need to make sure that we are, praying over our water, that we're trying to filter it the best way we can. Putting a quartz crystal in your water and drinking that gem water, increasing your intuition. And the tiger, before we get into the cards, the tiger, the element of the tiger, I urge all of us to watch some YouTube videos on tigers. Watch the tigers playing in water. Observe how they mate. Observe their colors. Observe how they move, and see what messages come up for you. It is your opportunity to study this energy, this presence, and see how you can learn from it, embody this energy, and even how you can observe weaknesses. This tiger energy is all about being all in, okay? Being all in. So whatever it is that you are faced with now at this time, be all in. If you are being faced with, really taking responsibility for your relationships and, how you show up in the world, be all in and focus on that. If you're now to be all in on your health and really understanding why it is that you are neglecting yourself. Be all in with whatever it is that you are doing. If you are resting, be all in with your rest and stop trying to guilt yourself, make yourself feel bad for the rest. You know what you need, you know what's necessary now for you to get to the next level. So, whatever that thing is, be all in. And maybe you even want to make a list for yourself of 3 things that you want to be all in about this year. Like, I'm all in when it comes to this. These are my passions that are connected to my purpose. I love that. Take a few moments now just to rub your third eye, just to acknowledge the space. Feel any tension there. Feel any tension. And perhaps you just acknowledge your intuition at this time. You acknowledge your inner knowing and you honor it enough to really listen to it going forward. One of the biggest lessons that I learned last year was that there is a price to pay for not following your intuition. There is a price to pay for not following your intuition. So listen to your intuition. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop second guessing the signs. And there's a difference between your intuition, which is very calm, and your fear, which is your reaction to something in a fear-based way, versus your intuition, like, I see that. I see that. Versus, what if? What if that doesn't work out? That's not your intuition. That's your fear. That's your trauma still ruling your intuition. Your intuition is calm, and that's how you'll know the difference. I love it. 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 You guys, if you are into having a one-on-one session with me, I'm available both virtually and for established clients in person, going forward from this month of February. So do be sure to communicate with me if you are feeling called. Also, I've been asked by some of my established clients to do group sessions, both in your space and also at another space. So if you want to do something like that, do reach out to me. I'm open to creating custom experiences for people. There's never been a better time. We're going to pick 3 goddess cards here. And the intention of pulling these cards is to give us insights into the energies that we need to pay attention to now, into the strengths that we need to channel. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So we have Isis, Ishtar, and Abundancia. I love that. Isis is all about our past life energy. This is the first card that I picked from the top of the deck. And whatever situation has been hard for you to overcome, whatever situation has been your challenge, whatever situation has been you've been faced with, both on the physical aspect, emotional aspect, on the abundant front aspect, on the relationship aspect, understand that a lot of the things that you've been facing and the dragons that you've been slaying have to do with things in your past lives. Now, there's a few ways to look at this past life scenario, but the way that I choose to express this past life scenario here is to understand that we are living, breathing versions of past lives. So our ancestors, our lineage lives inside of us, and so a lot of the things that can be holding us back today are things that we didn't even necessarily live. Maybe we did live them, but it goes deeper than that. And so as you are moving forward in this airtime, in this Aquarius season, in this new year, every time that you notice thoughts, thoughts, destructive patterns, ways of being, look at it through the eyes of, this is deeper than just my shit here. And so I'm not going to judge it, but I am going to be proactive about shining a light on it, about moving this energy, about allowing Oja to strip this tree down of all its leaves and start again. So, that's part of you moving forward and taking those leaps of faith, of being all in, is understanding that a lot of the things that you're carrying don't have any real importance right now, even though you may still be carrying those things from the past. Also, we have the goddess Ishtar here. She came out upside down. She's all about boundaries. So I want you to really think about the boundaries that you have in your life. What boundaries have you set? But it's not even so much that other people are disrespecting your boundaries, but how are you disrespecting your own boundaries? How are you disrespecting your own boundaries? And then on the flip side of that, I invite you to observe the boundaries that you have that you don't need to have, and how those boundaries are connected to past traumas and maybe even past lives, and how you're putting these boundaries, maybe this like, I can't do that because of this, that will never be possible because of this, I will never let that happen because of this and this and this. What boundaries do you have that are completely outdated? What barbed wire do you have dangling on a freaking thread on a field somewhere in your mind that can be removed? So, those two things, how have you not been respecting your own boundaries? And what boundaries do you have that you can really strip down and get rid of at this time? All of this is connected to our prosperity. The last goddess is all about prosperity. How are our past lives, our past traumas? Remember, how many of you have lived this one life, but you feel like you've lived many lifetimes within this one life, right? So that's the other thing, pouring love into your past lives, even in this life. Like maybe you were an abused woman in your last relationship. That doesn't mean you need to be an abused woman now in this relationship. And maybe you can take down some of those boundaries that you've had in place because you were abused, and you can take them down because now you're stronger enough to know when to put a boundary in place, but you don't necessarily need the barbed wire there now, you know? So this is an example. In all, the way we keep our boundaries, the way that we honor our past experiences by creating opportunity for newness now, how that is connected to our abundance. When we shift our perspective, we create more space for things to flow in. When we keep the same perspective, the same boundaries, or the same bullshit boundaries that we're not even sure of, we can block abundance and prosperity from flowing our way. And prosperity is not just about money. Prosperity is about resources, having access to certain things. So you may have boundaries because maybe you have bullshit ass friends in the past, and you may have boundaries today that are keeping you from finding community, which will make you feel richer inside because you have people around you who are mirroring you, who are inspiring you, who are showing you life outside of your world. So, very interesting right now how we can process that. I love that. I'm going to read some of your comments, and I invite you to take a few breaths and maybe even to take a sip of water, and maybe even to write down anything that stuck out to you or that you really want to sit with later on. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. I'm so glad. I accept that. Beautiful. Ashe. Beautiful. Praise be. I'm so thankful. Take your breaths. Take your breaths. Marefuno ya. Praise be to the winds of change, to the cleansings, to the renewal. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. As promised, I'm doing something special today because it's 22222. So I will try and go in order of how I saw people comment here in the chat. And I'm gonna pull you know what? I'm gonna do the Archangel Oracle cards. I'm going to pull one card and I'm going to give you a few sentences of a reading for you to take with you, okay? Thank you all for being here. Thank you for entrusting me with your sacred space, with your time. I pray that this reading and this moment resonates with you far beyond this moment in time. May you be inspired on your journey. May you remember that you're not alone. May you get into the habit of calling all your angels to help guide you and to keep you on your path. So Marcella, is Marcella still here? Is Jeannie still here? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. Let's see. Say hello in the chat and I will read your card first. So in the order of you saying hello in the chat right now, I will read your card. That's going to be the easiest way because I don't know who's here, who jumped off, or who came back on. So, oh, this just came out for everybody. Clear your space, clear your space, clear your space. You may need to join the Clutter Club. You may need to join the Clutter Club, the Clutter Club, the Clutter Club. Clear your space spiritually and emotionally. Okay, Manny, a Noah photo is first. I'm going to shuffle them, and then each person that says hello will be the next card in the deck. That is the intention. That is the intention. The cards will be in the order of those who type it in that they are here. Tallulah, not with mommy's feather. Three. I'm going to go till 9. For Oja, that's her number. So the first 9 people, as I promised. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Inoa, passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Whatever it is that is making you passionate at this time, continue to fan those flames. Continue to fan those flames, whatever it is. Who's next? RB Toriku. Okay. Here we go. Your card is the breathe card. Now is the time to really open up your chest, taking deep breaths. Remember that the breath is so powerful. Our breath is also connected to our lungs, which is where all of our grief lives. So if you've been dealing with a lot of grief, if you've been wanting to process a lot, get into your breath work. And I'm always sharing that and teaching that in my sessions. Lisa. Let's see. Lisa's next. Angel therapy. Ooh, I was just saying to call all angels. Remember that you're not alone. Remember that you have ancestors. Remember that you have elders that may have passed, maybe children, babies. Remember that you have angels around you and that you're not alone. Okay. Please do not forget that you're not alone. Carmencita, career transition. You may be not sure about what's going on with your career at this time. You may be weighing out whether you want to stay or go. There's going to be a lot of answers for you now as the planets move ahead. So whatever you're not sure about with your career, as the planets now start to go forward, you're going to get more clarity. Irene, prioritize. Focus on your priorities and not just the responsible things, but the priorities that you've been avoiding, such as the ones connected with yourself that you're like, I can put that off because nobody's on my back about that. Prioritize yourself, Irene. Making vintage productions. Clairsentience. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings. All of these physical and emotional feelings, they're major clues into everything. They're major clues into everything. And so whatever's happening physically, connect with what's happening physically to the parts of the body, to the energy centers of the body, and really start to um do some research into yourself and why these things keep coming up and what you're ignoring and why the body keeps putting that snooze button alarm to remind you. So make those cosmic connections. Iris, teaching and learning. Now is the time for you to remember that you're a student and you're also a teacher. So whatever you're learning, share it. Be open to new ideas and be open to sharing these ideas with other people. Don't just keep your transformation and what you are taking into yourself. It becomes more alive in you when you share it with others. And did I do Genie already? No. Genie. Spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. This is a very great time for you to move ahead. One of my favorite astrologers, Kelly Rosano, she is amazing. She was talking about how at this time, you can't have one foot on the land and one foot in the water. And this goes for everyone. This was part of what she was talking about. You can't have one foot on the land and one foot in the water. You have to be all in somewhere. You have to commit to the leap of faith. And so for you, Jeannie, this energy is extra strong. Okay, Marcella. Comfort. You're not alone also. Remember that there are energies around you that are bringing you comfort. And also, don't forget that you have the power to comfort yourself. Treat yourself as you would a small child or someone who is I don't want to say below you, but somebody who is not at your advantage. So treat them like the way you would look down to someone and help them up. Do that energy for yourself and find ways to bring comfort into your life. Okay. And really think about how your foods are comforting you or how they may be stressing you out. Wow. I'm so happy, Irene. I'm so happy. I think I got everyone here. So that's awesome. Maria. Okay, Maria, we got you. Maria's the last one. Maria, crystal clear intentions. Stop not owning what it is that you want. Um And you can do that by being wishy-washy with asking for what you want. So have crystal clear intentions, and it's not about having like, I want to get the job on a Monday on the third day of the this and the that, and my period is going to come. No, that's not a clear intention. Having a crystal clear intention is knowing what you want to call in. I want to call in, a harmonious work environment. I want to call in, ease and flow in my communication, like being clear on those things. It's not about a specific thing. It's really about the feeling that you want to live, what you want to experience and exchange. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. I think Tallulah got a sip of my coffee because I see like two droplets on the floor. Mm. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your energies as well. Thank you for the mushroom emoji. Come, Tata. You want to say hi? Come, mommy. Come. You want to say hi? She wants attention. So, yes, you guys, stay tuned. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, she keeps making, and there's Taina there too, right over there. Yes, it's Tallulah Tanama. Tallulah Tanama. Okay. Oh, there's somebody here by Tanama, which is your name, mommy. Let's pull Tanama's card, and that will be the last one. Where are the cards? Here they are. Okay, compassion. Right now is a really powerful time for you, Tanama, to be compassionate, which means to soften your heart with respect to people and their situations and even your situation. Be compassionate towards all the people involved, including yourself. Know that people are recovering from some fucked up shit, that everybody's right now trying to reframe their thoughts and how they're coping in the world. So just be compassionate. It doesn't mean to not have boundaries or to have not have clear, what you're going to do and not going to do, but just be compassionate and lead yourself through that perspective of being softened. Okay, not a sucker, but softened. I'm so glad. Okay, Titi Johnny's the last one. I love it. Okay, Titi Johnny, spiritual understanding. Right now is a really powerful time for you to remain as clean as possible. What does that mean, to remain as clean as possible? To really be mindful of alcohol, of your speech, of anything that will mess with your spiritual Wi-Fi. Because right now, the higher energies, the higher realms are really trying to communicate with you through esoteric information, symbols. You are in a place right now where the energies want to show you things, but you have to separate yourself a bit to be able to understand what is being presented to you right now. So, yes, as clean as possible. That's how we can increase our Wi-Fi. Is by being as clean as possible, clean of heart, clean of mind, clean of mouth, of actions, being as clean as we can be. Yes. Te amo. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing in this space with me. Thank you for all the love. Do subscribe to the channel. Do click the notification bell. I only post good things, so you're not going to get pinged all the time. But it definitely helps for the channel to grow and for me to be able to have other platforms where I can share, and all of my work is kind of contained and you guys can access it when you want to. So do share this video after it goes out if it really resonated with you, if there were messages here besides your own personal messages that really resonated. If the personal messages that I gave you really did resonate, I know some of you did respond and said amazing and thank you, so I'm glad that they hit. And yeah, I love you guys. Blessings upon you, blessings upon us all. Don't forget your breath. Don't forget that self-compassion. Don't forget really examining boundaries, and the now is a great time to just like drop the bullshit. Let's step into this new age, this new era. This is a lunar new year. um Yeah, there's many auspicious points in the calendar. And so we can jump on that energy at any time, you know? And that's the beautiful thing. There's not just one moment. And our American New Year is a cool day for everyone to kind of celebrate a new vibe, but these lunar moments are really, really, really special. And so I really like to highlight them um, in a big way. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right, you guys, subscribe to the channel, everybody. Tina's butt. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we will talk soon. Bye.